Let's talk about the Hermes bags that I want. Those of you that saw my recent 2025 luxury wish list video, you all noticed that there weren't any Hermes bags on it because since there are quite a few Hermes bags that I wanted, I figured I would do a dedicated video on them. Now, before I get into it, I will tell you that some recent insight that I got from my local boutique, from my Hermes sales associate, has kind of shifted and reprioritized how I'm kind of thinking about the bags that I want and where I'm going to get them. So, you OG members of the family, you all know I live in San Francisco and I shop at my local San Francisco boutique. And San Francisco is an overall city, it's very casual, it's very plain, it's very laid back, it's very neutral. It is very rare to see someone A, dressed up, B, dressed up in color, C, wearing something shouty and in your face. And so my sales associate, as I was talking through some colors that I wanted, was like, okay, let me tell you, let's think about neutrals because we predominantly get neutrals and you have a much greater chance at getting a bag that you want in neutral color versus a pop of color. It's not that we don't get pops of color, but we don't get them very frequently. And so she was just saying, like, you've got a lot better chance if you go for a neutral bag. I thought that was really interesting because I know in other boutiques, they get a much more mixed selection of colors. And so a lot of times people who want neutrals might have to settle for a color that they don't want. So it just goes to show that every Hermes is different. They are not all built the same. But this actually works out great for me because since if you look at the pre-loved market, neutrals often tend to go for the highest premium. Those are the bags that you are going to see for $25,000, $30,000, whereas colors are actually often cheaper and often at a little bit of a discount, relatively speaking, in the world of Hermes. So I'm going to prioritize the neutral ones that we're going to talk about, getting those for my boutique, but the more colorful ones, those are the ones I'm going to keep my eye out for on the pre-loved market. And if I find one at a good deal, I'll probably snap one up there instead of waiting to try and get it from my boutique since the chances aren't so great there. But let's start out with the bags that I want and let's talk about the big kahuna. Let's talk about Birkins. And that is the bag style that I don't have yet. It is the one thing that I don't really have in my collection that I would love to have. And so I would love to have both a Birkin 25 and Birkin 30. Hopefully multiple of them, in years to come. But I would like either one. They both would work well in my life. So I'm not really particular over which one I would get. But I would say that the smaller ones, I'm probably open to a few more colors, like a 25, than I would be in a 30. I would also like a 35. I don't want a 35 for my boutique. I would be cool to get a pre-loved 35 in great condition, from the secondhand market and kind of use that as my more beat up, workhorse of a bag, throw everything in, dump it, don't have to be so precious with it. But in terms of what I'm into, I think that what makes Hermes bags so beautiful are their leathers. And I've already got 2 bags in Epsom, so it would be really great to get some other leathers. I think that Togo is beautiful. I think that Chevre is beautiful. I'm probably not going to say this next one right, but Torillon Novillo is beautiful. I will say the one leather that even though I like it aesthetically, I don't like how it wears over time is Clemence. So I'm not really so open to Clemence bags. Something could change my mind. Maybe if it's direct from the store, that way I can kind of protect it and help keep its shape. Great. But overall, if I had my preference, I would not get a Clemence bag. But Togo, Chevre, and Torillon Novillo would be some leathers I'm very interested in. And I'm open to both gold and silver hardware, but really gold is my preference because I am Persian. I love gold, but I do also wear silver jewelry. I've got silver earrings, I've got silver rings, silver bracelets. So I'm open to either, but in a lot of them, gold would be my preference. But in both the 25 and 30, and I'm gonna look at my computer because I've got a whole list here, I would love shades of white. So Nata, Blanc, Beton, Cray, all of those just beautiful different shades of white I think are stunning. I would also love shades of tan. So of course, gold would be amazing. Biscuit, chai, beige marfa, even a trench or a parchment would be beautiful. Now, I know that I do have my Kelly to go in chai, but because that's such a small bag, I think having it in a Birkin would be very different. So in that scenario, I would be open to repeating colors. Because my Kelly 25 is in a tube, I don't think I want another Etude bag at this moment, but that is not because I don't like the color Etude. I love the color Etude. I think it is such chameleon, and you all have seen I've got so much Etude stuff in my wardrobe, but I've got a lot of Etude stuff from Hermes. I've got an Etude Kelly. I don't think I want another Etude bag, even if it is a Birkin, but I would like some other shades of gray. So there's a new gris platine that is beautiful, but also some other older ones like gris pale, gris pearl, gris muette. I would even like some darker grays like gris Meyer or Etan. Those are all stunning. And then I would also love to have a dark green Birkin. Dark green plus gold hardware. Oh my God, I can't even imagine. So malachite, vert cypress, vert fonts, vert anglaise. These are just incredible shades of green. I would love to have any one of them. I could even do like a brighter green in like a Birkin 25, so like a bamboo, a cactus, something like that. But I'm sure that's not something that we would get in our boutique. And at the secondhand market, it would be really expensive, a Birkin 25, so probably wouldn't get that. I would also love shades of light blue. So I have always really loved things like CL, blue lin, blue jean. I love that it's had a comeback. That makes me so happy. Blue glacier. And there's a shade of blue that I have not seen in any handbags, but I have seen it in shoes and accessories on the Hermes website. And it's called, well, I don't know how to say it, but it's blue, Grignon. Grignon, maybe? Where are my French people? Let me know how to pronounce it down in the comments below. So love shades of light blue. Again, with gold hardware would be amazing. Palladium silver would also be nice, but that gold would just be incredible. And then dark shades of blue. So like blue encre, blue sapphire, stunning, beautiful. Of course, I would love a noir bag. Who wouldn't? Like, noir is amazing. And then also, I would love some shades of light pink. So something like mauve sylvester or mauve pale. I like the cooler toned pinks, I've learned. The very like warm pinks are not for me. Like I wouldn't do like a rose alllll or something like that. Beautiful color, just not for a Birkin right now. I would do other bags in a rose alllll. In addition to the Birkins, 25s and 30s, one day I would love more Kellys, but obviously since I've got my Kelly to go, I've got my Kelly 25, I would love for my next quota bag to be a Birkin, but eventually I would love to get more Kellys. What I think is interesting is that I love the size 25 and I also love the size 32. 28 on my body shape, it's kind of an in-between size. It's like too big to be small and too small to be big, if you know what I mean. I really think I'm liking, Kelly 25s, Kelly 32s. The 32 I actually think would be a great thing to get from the preloved market because we know bigger bags are a bit cheaper in terms of preloved market. So I could easily find a Kelly 22 for like less than current retail on the preloved market. Wouldn't be in perfect condition, but I could find one in pretty good condition. So that could be something that I look into next. And so although I'm not prioritizing regular Kellys, you all know in terms of Kellys, I would give my absolute right arm for either a Kelly pochette or a mini Kelly, or even, I don't know if I'd give a right arm, but I might give like a left arm for a Kelly elan. These bags are amazing. I love them. And I think I would prefer to have one of those three over another regular Kelly next in terms of sequencing. And in terms of those bags, I am pretty open in terms of color. Like I could do just about any color. All the ones I've listed, I could even do, a dark purple like anemone. I could do a brighter pink like magnolia or bubblegum. I would even be open to shades of like a yellow, like a lemony pastel yellow would be nice. I just don't think I'd want an orange. I know it's Hermes' signature color, but like I just don't love the color orange. I'm sorry, I'm allowed to say it. And right now, that is just not what I want in my collection. Maybe once I have like multiple Hermes bags, then at some point I'll be open to orange, but right now, no orange for me. So basically all of like the special types of Kellys. And then also, you all know I have loved the Constance bag forever. And so I am really in love with both the mini Constance 18 and then also the Constance elan. Something about the elan. I mean, we know East-West bags are just having such a moment, and I can't even call it a moment. It's been for like a year or two now that East-West is really, that shape has just like got us in a chokehold, but the elan Constance is just chef's kiss. And I feel like in terms of shape and size, I feel the same way about colors as this as I do about like Kelly pochette, mini Kelly, and Kelly elan. I would take pretty much any color. And you all know, like if you look at my handbag collection, and I know I owe you all an updated handbag collection video, it's just like literally so much prep work and like a full day of filming. And so I keep putting it off, but I know I need to do it. But if you look at my handbag collection, you know that like I love all color bags. So like, I'm not just saying that I would accept any bag, like I really love like all different colors. So I would be very happy to get any of these bags in a different color. And then also, as it relates to the Constance 18, there are a few exotics that I would be really into. And now the thing with exotics, and also, you know, I apologize for those of you that are not really into exotics. I completely understand and respect that. I've even talked about it on my channel. I go back and forth on my feeling about exotics, but I recently got my first exotic bag. I do love it and think it's beautiful. And I think I'm okay with the morality now that they're much more regulated. And so, you know, certain exotics are on the table for me. Not all though, because, you know, croc and alligator, very expensive, okay? Prohibitively expensive. I don't see myself spending $40, $50, $60, $70,000 on a bag right now. Who knows? Never say never. If I find a deal on the pre-loved market, absolutely. But if we're just talking about like from the store, like regular prices, probably couldn't afford those. But for a Constance 18, I would love an ostrich one in like a very light natural color. And they don't have the same shades available in exotics as they do in regular. So I can't just say like all the same colors, but I do know in ostrich, they do have it in like nata, beton, I think gris pearl. And then also I've got listed here this very like very warm neutral. It's called vanille. So like vanilla, think of like true vanilla bean ice cream. It's a little bit more yellowy. I think that would be beautiful in a Constance 18. I would love an ombre lizard Constance 18. Oh my God, incredible. And then, and again, these are the ones that are like cost prohibitive, but just like, you know, if it happened, great. Any type of green or brown lizard, croc, alligator, Constance 18 with like a gold buckle, that would be stunning. That would be incredible. Again, I do not think that would happen, but I just have to share. It's a wish list, right? These are all just wishes, right? And so I can wish, doesn't mean I'll ever get anything. But yeah, overall, those are the main bags that I would like to get from Hermes. As you all can tell, I'm pretty much a fan of most of like their popular bags. I will say there are some other bags there that have caught my eye. For instance, like a mini picotin, I think is beautiful. Even like an ostrich would be really cute. But if I'm being really honest with myself, those are not at the top of my wish list. Those are not the things that like are really calling my name right now. I can be honest, it is these more, you know, popular bags. These are the ones that I really have my eye on. So obviously I've got a long ways to go until I get offered another quota bag. You know, my boutique, it's competitive. So I've got a lot of spending to do before I get offered one. Probably won't be this year, but who knows? I will say I do have currently an airplane ticket booked to go to France this summer. Now, granted, I'm not getting too excited about it because I had a whole itinerary last summer, and long story short, life happens, had to cancel it. So you all know, last year was a little weird. So I don't want to get like too excited that I might have a shot at possibly getting a leather appointment going to Hermes. But of course, if I do end up going to France, I will of course apply and try and get my friends to apply too, so I can, you know, maybe get an appointment. That would be a hopeful chance that I might have at getting a quota bag this year. Or, you know, the pre-loved market, that is always a very solid option. And I'm hoping, I was thinking, I'm filming this obviously in January, a lot of resolutioners, I'm hoping they're like clearing out their closets and selling on all of their amazing Hermes bags. So that way the pre-loved market has all this extra inventory. Granted, we know that the pre-loved market right now already is quite saturated and does have a lot of inventory, and prices, relatively speaking to what they'd been a few years prior, like at the peak of the pandemic, are actually a little bit better right now. So who knows? We will see. But overall, that is my updated Hermes handbag wish list. So let me know what you think down below, and also let me know what bags you've really been wanting from Hermes down in the comments below. I don't care if it's one bag, I don't care if it's 50 bag. Put it down in the comments below. I love hearing what you all have to say. So thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, I would love it if you could just give this video a little like. So a little thumbs up down in the corner below. And if you haven't already, What are you doing? You need to subscribe to my channel. So that way you can get all the latest content about all things shopping, including Hermes, delivered straight to you. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Lily and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye everyone.